ourselves known while we're traveling to break the niche. We must have in mind that what was obtainable 10 years ago, 20 years ago may not be obtainable now. So we must be able to build with you some of the things I learned in this session, and I know that it will also help you as you strive to expand your practice, as you strive to build a viable practice. So, in building a modern practice, there are few things you need to put to work. You must know these things and work towards it. The first one is disciplinary competence. You must be able to be diverse in your dealings. You must be able. You don't need to be streamlined to a particular area. You have to have the capacity of multidisciplinary competence is very key. Now, another thing you have to understand is that modern day practice mental image of what you want your business to look like, what you want your business to be. It is the potential of the future. So you must have a stage for your practice. Where do you want to see your practice in the next 10 years? Where do you want to see your practice in the next 15 years? What do you want to see? Where do you want to see your practice in the next 5 years? So you must have a vision. Is your vision that pushes you to do what you do? Is your vision that that gives you that strength when it seems like you're losing hope? So then you need to set out your job profile. Are you going to be a lawyer known for a particular area of law? Are you going to diversify? Are you going to be a general practitioner? You have to set your job profile. What are those things you can do? What are those things that are your strengths? Which areas of law are your strengths? So you have to build. Should I focus on this area? So you have to have that job profile to help you focus. Then another thing too is foundation. Then this foundation comprises a lot of things. It comprises leadership. You must have that leadership competence. You must have a structure. You don't need to have 10 lawyers to work for you to have a modern day practice. Even if you have 2 lawyers, even if it's a sole practitioner structure, you have it helps you to grow. But where you don't have a structure, it's difficult for you to grow. So you have to look at the authentic connection. You'll be able to connect with your employees, your ability to start today and become like these big top firms. Tomorrow it doesn't work that way. So this is a process of growth. You must be willing to subject yourself to this process. You must be willing to be patient to grow through this process. It's a process, taking one step at a time. Then there has to be effective evaluation. You have to evaluate 6 months. People do auditing of their firm, auditing of their firm to know how far have I gone, what am I doing, am I doing it right, what else can I do to help my practice? So in law practice, so it's not like I know the law. Yeah, beyond you knowing the law, there are other things that is needed for you to have a thriving practice. So then there's the people are there. Your ability to connect with the people, your ability to share your vision with the people, your ability to connect with the people, to move where your vision is pointing towards, is very key in you having a modern day practice. People are the heart of business. Now the concept of millennials was talked about. Millennials are people born within the age range of between 1980 to 2000. 2000, they are the millennials. So these are people that they make up a majority part of the workforce. So your ability to connect with the millennials, because their thought pattern is different, the way they to understand them, because majority of them are the major workforce in many enterprises, organizations today. They practice or a museum law firm. Is either it's a modern day law firm or it's not a modern day law firm. So also talked about why do the millennials matter. In this section, it talked about how you can be able to cope with these millennials. I've told you that millennials are those born between the 1980 to 2000, and they make up the majority of the workforce. Now, you see, 50, just like I said, they are go-getters. They are they are the re-imaging of they have a different mindset. They do not like to be micromanaged. They like you to allow them to be free. We can get the best out of them. Okay, now they're not patient. These millennials are not patient. They want things, they want things to be working fast. The ability to tell them, the ability to work with them, the ability to instill discipline, the ability to instill that patience, the ability to help them progress is another thing. So you need the ability to understand the characteristics of millennials who are the major faction of the workforce of today. So it helps you to grow inside. What you're saying, let's give it 10 years, this work, they'll say, okay, what is that 10 years going to be like? They want to see the end in sight. Now, these millennials, they want automation, they want compensation, they want professional career development, they don't want you to tie them down, they don't want to hear your promises, they want action, they want advancement. While we are working for you, what are those things that we can benefit to help us grow in our profession, in our career? How can we develop our own career? So that is what these millennials are, they are all about. So you have to understand them and work with them. So now you have to understand that legal practice is all about buying legal problems to provide legal solutions. You must see your practice as a business. That way it helps you know it's a business too. You have to, in building a modern day law practice, you have to ensure that you are abreast with the technological changes. You have to be in tune with technology, because these millennials are tech savvy. So you must be able to incorporate to go. Now, in building a modern day law practice, you must be able to balance individual aspirations with good aspirations. You have your own aspirations as the owner of the firm or as the owner of the business. Your ability to manage your own aspirations with group aspirations, your employees aspiration, to manage it in A and they are thinking B. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. So you must be able to find your passion. You must be able to do what you have passion for. Because what you do, what you have passion for, is kind of less stressful. What you're doing, what others are doing, and you find it difficult to cope because you don't have passion in it. So you must have passion for your job, for the niche you've created for yourself, for the area of law you want to venture into. You must have passion for it. You must have passion for it. Then another thing we discussed was having strategy. In building a modern day practice, you must have a strategy with all the modern day law firms all over. How do I assess my clientele? How do I manage my clientele? You must have a strategy of how do I build my cases or my briefs? How do I build business? You have to have a strategy of how to do it. You have to know your strategy, work with your strategy, and you have to have priority skills. What are those skills that you need to compete with all those other top firms that are thriving? You need those skills. What are those skills you need to acquire to become relevant? beyond the degrees you have, what other skills do you need, to have a balanced time, to be able to work where others are working. So you need to understand those things. Now, in building a modern day practice, there's some issues that always come up, and your ability to know how to, manage it is key on how to find work. That means how to find clients. How do I look for clients? How do I maintain the ones I have? Making profit, billing. Many people in building a modern day practice, it's difficult for them to understand the concept of billing. How do I bill? Do I overcharge? Do I undercharge? So these are issues you must understand, and you must be able, to embrace, to understand the real issues, and to help your practice to grow. Now, we looked at the issue of reward and remuneration. Most of these employees need to be rewarded at the issue. It encourages them to know that, okay, this person appreciates what I'm doing. This person appreciates the work we are putting in. And you remember we talked about the millennials who occupy the major fraction of the workforce. So they love the remuneration, they love reward. So when you reward them, there is this thing about the increase in their output. So we look about the brand building. Your business is a brand. Your firm is a brand. You must be able to learn how to build your brand to start the test of time. In the next 5 years, can people refer clients to you without looking back to say, I trust that brand, I trust that office, I trust that person. So you must build your brand, build it on honesty, integrity, trustworthy. You must build a viable brand, a brand that doesn't disappoint. It's beyond your name, it's beyond the name of the firm, it's beyond that business. So build a brand that clients can be able to, look back and bring about errors. Then employee relationship is key in building a modern day practice. Your ability to understand where are the boundaries, and where I'm trying to have a relationship with an employee. Where are the boundaries? You set the boundaries. Have good relationship with your employees. It helps in helping your practice thrive. So this is basically like a summary of what was discussed in building a modern day practice in the Taking the Lead conference. So friends, I hope you've learned how to build a modern day practice, the things you have to look out for, issue of having a multidisciplinary competence, having vision, looked at the people, looked at how to manage clients. They occupy the majority of the workforce. Your ability to work with them, what are those things the millennials are after, what is their thought pattern like? Are you able to fixing yourself into the mindset to have the best from them? So if you've not subscribed to this channel, please hit the subscribe button, like this video, and share it. So because I believe that we all are geared towards developing ourselves. So as lawyers now, we must be able to work with what is info, what is happening. So you don't need to be okay, you don't need to be lost in the trend. So to keep staying safe and know that you have to take the lead and others will follow. Take care. Thank you.